Are you struggling to stay positive? Do you tend to be the person that always think of the negative side and having problems thinking positively? If that's your case, in this video, you'll learn how to think more positively, and I'll give you tools to cultivate positively every day. But before doing all of that, who am I? My name is Wesley, and my mission, my big purposeful mission, is to help prevent 1,000 men from getting to suicidal thoughts because of porn addiction. Literally killing themselves because of that addiction. These are my type of videos, and if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. Also, have you ever felt like this? You see the girl of your dream right in front of you, right? You see her with your eyes. She has the exact hair color that you want. She has the exact personality that you want. Well, she seems to have it. She has the body type that you want. She's a straight 10 out of 10. Your dream girl right in front of you. And she walks in front of you, right? She's going to pass by you. So you could literally just turn your head and talk directly to her and meet her for the first time in your life. Maybe that could be the first meetup to a great relationships, right? But what happened? Because of your low self-confidence, you don't talk to her. You let her pass by and you continue your path going to the supermarket. You missed your chance, a chance that will never happen again, might never happen again in your life, right? Maybe that's the only time in your whole life that you will meet her because you didn't talk to her, you didn't get her number, you didn't get her Instagram. So you won't ever maybe be able to meet her again. And you missed that chance all because of your low self-confidence. But where is that low self-confidence coming from, right? It's coming from porn. It's because of your porn addiction. The fact that you're fapping constantly every day to porn has lowered your self-confidence to a point where you're scared of approaching others. And my mission, one of my multiple missions, is to try and prevent thousands of men from getting into that. Getting their self-confidence back, their energy back, their motivation back, their mental clarity, all of the benefits that you get when you quit porn. That's what I'm trying to do for the majority of men, right? I want all of them finally free from this porn addiction. So if you're interested by getting into that, first thing down in the description. Right now we are in a war against the porn companies. And if you want to be part of that war and help me win in this battle, make sure you join and subscribe to this channel. On that, I'll continue directly with the video. When all of what you're thinking about is negative, you can only attract negative things in your life. You might have heard something similar in your life, and that's true, right? When you see someone you're with, maybe it's your girl or maybe it's someone in your surroundings, always talking negatively, always thinking about negative stuff, and overall a negative person, right? You can see that this person brings so much more problem in his life, always sees the bad side of things, and his life is so much more miserable because of that. When all of what you're thinking about is negative, you attract negative stuff. But the good point is that when all of what you're thinking about, when all of what you're thinking about is positive, you bring also positive stuff in your life. And that's what I want to actually teach you. So staying positive can bring all of that. It can help you also manage your stress better, improve your mental and physical health. Thinking positively brings so much more than thinking negatively, right? What are you gaining from actually thinking negatively? You gain nothing. Do you feel better in your life when you're thinking about yourself and saying things like, oh, I'm so trash and things like that? You don't gain anything, right? You don't feel more successful because you insulted yourself. You don't feel like you can manage a situation better because you said, oh, this situation is so trash, and when you're insulting others also, right? You're feeling way better in yourself when you're actually praising others. When maybe that guy just made a mistake, right? But instead of saying to him that he made a mistake and that he needs to do better next time, you can just say to him, oh, I'm glad that you didn't do that, right? I'm glad that you didn't spilled it all over. I'm glad that you only made it fall, or other things like that, right? Always try to praise others instead of judging them or negatively impacting their life. That's going to change your way of perceiving things and actually attract better things in your life. Because when you praise others, others praise you as well. So you're going to get praises and your life will get better. One of the better way to actually bring more positively thinking in your life is practicing gratitude into a gratitude journal, right? By doing gratitude journaling every day, you constantly remember your brain of what you're grateful about. You're saying, I'm grateful for being alive, I'm grateful that my parents made me, I'm grateful that every day I have something to eat, I'm grateful that I'm living in this country, in this city, where I have access to a lot of things. I'm grateful that my parents are paying for me things, or I'm grateful that I'm living in this house. And when you're constantly saying that I'm grateful for this, grateful for that, this reminds your brain of positive things, right? It keeps on telling your brain, oh, positive thinking. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. That's not negative, right? There's no negativity in your way of thinking about gratitude. So this really impacts your positively thinking. You are taking the time to really appreciate everything good, everything positive that there is around you. So that's telling your brain that you're a positive person and will improve your positiveness around the world. Also, something that I did a lot since I was young, I always did that, is reframing negative thoughts. Sometimes when you miss, for example, you're playing basket and you do a shot and you miss it, people tend to think to themselves, oh, I'm so trash. And when the person right after you successfully hit the shot, you think, oh, he's so much better than me, and things like that. This is negative pattern of thinking. This is a negative pattern of thinking and a negative way of perceiving life. What you should do is reframing all of this thought into a positive thinking. So you actually, before you even say it or think about it, you change the negative thought to a positive thought and you actually say it or think it. But it's better saying it. It has more impact on your life when you say good things than when you just think about it. So that's like if you had to do a ladder, it's like the worst things you can do is say negative things. After it's think negative things, then towards the better one is think about a positive thing, and the best of all is actually say a positive thing. These are the 4 categories, right? So I'll give you like 2 examples. The first one is the one that I heard the most. It's, I'll never be able to do this. There's people that say that a lot, and around my surroundings also, when I was at school, I heard that a lot. People that are giving a test and have to do the test and say, oh, I really don't know how to do this, I'll never be able to do it, things like that. This destroy your mind and actually make you believe that you wouldn't be this type of person to be able to achieve this. When someone says to you, oh, you have to run, for example, 5 miles right now, are you going to be thinking to yourself, oh, I'll never be able to do it? Or are you going to be the person to actually believe, oh, this is really challenging, right? But I'm learning and I'll find growth through it. You see how that really changed the whole perspective of the thing. You went from something really negative that, oh, I'll never be able to do it, I'm not good enough, to you'll find growth into it and you actually achieve it. Something that for myself I was doing when I was young, when I was missing shots in basketball, I always thought to myself, next time I'll do better. Next time I'll actually achieve it. Next time I'll be able to make it. So instead of saying, oh damn, I missed it this time, this is negative, I'll change it. I always changed it to next time I'll actually shoot it better and it will go in. And next time, even though maybe I shot and it didn't go into the basket, I actually thought to myself, oh, alright, it's okay. Next time I will actually be able to make it. And I always thought that to myself until a point where I was having almost all of my shots. And I was just like 10 years old, right? I wasn't a professional or anything. But just because I was building up this confidence inside of me that, hey, I know I'm able to do it. It's just a bad shot that I did right now. But the next shot will be the best. And every shot that I do after that will improve compared to the last one that I made. Just this thinking made me able to, in the same practice, I saw myself being better. I saw myself missing shots, and right after that mindset shift, actually making the shots, and not between, but near the end of the practice, I made like 10 shots in a row in. So that was like a quick improvement, but it's because during this practice, I had this mindset shift. But you see, like in your life, sometimes you have this mindset shift, but you don't realize it until later. That's what happened, right? At this time, I didn't realize that at this specific moment, I had this mindset shift, and I realized that saying negative things to myself is not good. I have to say positive things in order to improve. But it happened like out of nowhere, and I didn't realize it at that time because I was only 10. But I can tell to you that after years now, I realized that it's really at that time that my mindset has shifted, and that now every time I have difficulties doing something, I think to myself positively, and actually I'm able to achieve what I wanted to achieve at first. So by telling you this on your porn addiction, this can also make the change because it applies everywhere in your life. Now that you're able to actually reframe your negative thoughts into positive thoughts, and that you're a way more positively person, you have to also surround yourself with positive person. All right, you're the sum of the 5 people you're hanging with. If the 5 people you're hanging with are a negative person, you will become a negative person. And by always hearing negative stuff from others, it impacts and influences the way you're thinking and perceiving life, right? There's people that think that life is bad, and they'd be glad if they weren't living anymore. That's like suicidal thoughts and everything. And there's people that see life as good and they're actually enjoying life, right? They're happy to be alive and they would do anything to live even longer. So there's like really 2 opposite way of thinking. And by surrounding yourself with positive person, you're impacting your brain positively also, right? Because everything that you hear will influence your brain and influence your way of thinking, but everything that you hear is positive. So your brain is actually becoming something even more positive. Also, a good way to be positive in your recovery journey especially is to focus on your progress. There's people that only see the destination, right? When you're finally going to get free from porn. And because of that, they don't see the journey. They don't see the progress that they're making right now. Every time they relapse, they think, oh, I have to start all over again and everything. Whereas someone that actually think positively, think about his progress, every time you relapse, it's just part of the process, right? It's a relapse, yes, but what can I learn from it so that it don't happen again? And because of that, it's actually part of the journey now. So you can see this different mindset about it, right? There's people that because they relapse, they feel depressed, they feel miserable and everything. And there's people that because they relapse, they will feel the same, right? But they will feel the same, maybe just 5 seconds. And after they will think immediately about what made me relapse so that next time I don't relapse again because of this and I can finally get free. So they don't do 5 to 10 relapses on the same reason, right? Because they were watching something and this created the urges. They learned that because that created the urges, I won't do it again. So I don't get the urges from that again. And I can finally break free from this. So try to implement this in your life, becoming someone greater and greater, more positive every day. And you will see it will impact your life. You will start to attract positive things in your life. On that, take care of yourself. Mwah.